you want to be able to move on from the past, but you're finding it very difficult, this vid's for you. Firstly, understand that thinking about the past is a normal thing, and technically everyone does it to a degree, but it only becomes a problem when you allow it to hold you back from going after the life that you want, and to distract you from the things that you really should be focusing on right now. Thinking about it time to time is fine, but dwelling on it is the real issue. I know you've probably thought to yourself, right, like you set the intention to actually be able to move on, like you don't want to think about it anymore, but for some reason your brain just keeps reminding you of it, and you keep reliving the same emotions as if you're still there. And if you've been wanting to move on for a while, yeah, I'm going to tell you exactly why your mind does this. The reason the mind likes to relive past events, and the reason why it goes back to these previous situations, yeah, is because it's trying to find closure. To put it simply, yeah, it seeks questions that were never answered. Why did that need to happen to me? What was this trying to teach me? And all of these other questions and emotions that you might have, right? And understand that you might be valid to have them to a degree, but more than likely you're not going to get an answer. Because you haven't taken the time to resolve it yet, your mind goes back to try and find out what it could possibly do to try and move on from it. The mind will always have questions, and it's very understandable. But the thing you need to understand about life, yeah, is that you don't always get an answer. Even in my life as well, like even I have some questions that were never really answered. But even I understand that if I dwell on those situations for too long, more than likely I'm going to be left with more questions, and I'm not really going to achieve anything by doing that. So the thing that you really should be doing, yeah, is lessen your desire to understand. Like you don't need to always know why. In the future you might get an answer, yeah, but as it stands right now you don't have one, so you just need to leave it at that. Because if not, yeah, your mind's going to go around in circles and you're not really going to achieve anything. And if you need to take the time to forgive yourself and also, anyone that might have been involved in these situations, you can do that. But in my opinion, right, that's the number one reason why I believe so many people are stuck in the past, is because they're trying to understand it. But if you know you're not going to get an answer, yeah, don't waste your energy on it. Because the reality is, yeah, you're going to stay there whilst everyone else continues with their lives. Oftentimes you're thinking alone, and I hate to say it, but that's the reality. No one's thinking about it as much as you are, and that's the truth. So if they don't care, if the world doesn't care, why should you? You really don't need to, and that's really the thing that's going to be able to set you free. Understanding that what happened and you can't change it, but the one thing that you really should be focusing on is the present. Because you should know what you want to do today, you should know what you're striving towards, and you should know the kind of life that you want to create. That's what you do know, and in my opinion, that's the most important thing. So just focus on what's ahead, yeah, and just leave that where it is. But yeah, that's my truth anyways.